Good morning, everybody, to the final day of our GIT Invitational Tournament of 2025. We have Tridents Neptune here against the NMB Under-19s as we get started. Justin there on the swim winning it for Tridents Neptune. Tridents moving the ball around the outside. Slight drop played off by NMB, a little bit scared of the whole man as a big foul comes on the outside. Feels a little bit unlucky that he didn't get the ball there, but a little bit heavy on the shoulder. Ball goes down to the right. Across to Gary Proud, not a great pass, but comes into second hole with Justin, who won the swim off, but is unable to get anything off the ball in hole there. Great steal from NMB number 9. NMB moving the ball up the left as they find an open player. Able to get the back shot off, but comes off the bar. Gary Proud will recover quite easily. A little bit of miscommunication there from the Tridents Neptune players. Almost had a silly goal come off them in the first minute of the game. As their coach, Matty Orr, screams for the wider. Wants them to set up nice and wide to maybe initiate those holes. They're in an M zone though. Exclusion comes off of number 7 from NMB. Great work by Justin. Quick ball into the middle and Daniel Billings misses the easy open goal there. Quick pass into the center, but he does not get it off. NMB with a little bit of a way out of danger. A lot of laughing going on the Tridents bench. They're definitely going to give him a couple of words after that as the big bounce comes in. Number 11 able to get round Matt Vessels and get the shot off. Gives away the 5-meter. Vessels on the arm there. This could turn into a 2-goal swing against Tridents here. Missing the silly man up and then hips are down at the back, getting turned, giving away the 5-meter there. Big come up and great penalty into the top left corner by number 4 from NMB. First goal of the game. Score is 1-0 to NMB Under-19s. We get back underway as the coaches are telling the Tridents guys that the ball needs to move more around the outside. They're saying it's very stagnated there. As once again, they try go for the second hole and they miss it once again. Gary Pratt does recover by himself in the middle of the goal. Hits the keeper's arm. Now in a 4-on-3 situation. NMB Under-19s moving up the pool here. They're going to definitely want to try finish this. Players trying to shift across and get down. Ball ends up in the middle. Goal scored. Number 11 from NMB. 2-0. Just once again, Tridents unable to finish while right in front of goal, costing them 2 goals now. If they just find a way to start putting it in the net, this game would clearly be in their grasp, but right now struggling a little bit. A little bit of confusion here. The refs tell the players please to start in the middle of the pool. NMB just going to play this almost M-zone style drop the whole day. Tridents needs to find a way to break it. Probably just need to force in the drive as Gary Pratt goes down, asks for the ball to go left, but it ends up on the wrong side. Ball into Dan Billings, who is held, is able to get the ball round, and the exclusion comes off number 5 from NMB. Another man up for Tridents. Let's see if they work this one a little bit better. Heavy foul on the outside. Cam Keelock is able to get the ball away. Matt Vessels on the top, sends it down to Paulie Gush. The posts are open. Dan Billings caught inside the 2-meter. Silly work from him there. That's 3 clear goal-scoring opportunities that Tridents have given away now. Tridents planning on making a couple subs down the sideline here. A little bit lost on their attack, the NMB boys. Not a lot of space in between them. Shot comes from the right-hand side there. Easy save by Declan Hutton, the goalie. Or Ethan Hutton, I'm sorry. As Gary Prout goes down the left-hand side on a big counter-attack, picks up the ball, tries to get round on the turn. Exclusion given off number 8. 1-2 quickly between Dan Billings and Gary. And they miss once again. 4 shots from the 2-meter right in front of goal and 4 misses from Tridents. Just not good enough right now. That's the game. They'd be at a comfortable 2-goal, maybe even 3-goal lead as NMB keeps scoring off their mistakes. seem to be extra man down here. Decide to play a ladder without letting the ball come into the center forward position there. Ethan Hutton, great work on getting the ball away from the turning attacker there. Gary Proud once again on the counter attack, this time down the right-hand side. Is he going to be able to work in front? He is. 5 meter given as player is on his back inside the 5 off number 7. I think that's 2 exclusions now for number 7 from NMB. He needs to be careful or he could find himself sitting on the bench for the rest of this game as Gary Proud decides to take it himself. And another big save by the EP boys. 5 clear goal-scoring opportunities, all missed within the first 4 minutes of this game by Tridents, dominating on the attacking side of the ball, just unable to finish anything. Let's see what they're able to do here. As once again, they go for the double center forward setup. Kia Rashidi and Gary Pratt in at the center forwards. Vessels with ball up in hand. Waiting, takes the shot. It was open, but sends it over the left-hand side. Personally, I didn't see enough engagement there. Maybe a couple of balks to throw the goalie off. A little bit more pump on the legs. NMB trying to make a couple subs. Leaves Trident's man up on defense. They need to come down here and just shut down everything on the outside. As Kia Rashidi is holding off players on the outside. Caleb not letting the turn come in. Great defense over there, preventing him from getting down. Before plays himself out and goes for the shot. Ends up passing it right to his number 11, whose head is underwater, sadly. Gary once again gone on the left-hand side. Opts not to play it. Caleb Grimmett down on the right-hand side. Once again in a man-up situation. Tridents Neptune. Nice and fit and strong there on the outside as Justin has ball in hand. Pops it into Gary Prout, who throws the back shot, and it's saved once again. Kia Rashidi working for the ball, but it gets away from him. Gary able to retrieve, though. Let's see what they're able to do now. Fresh 20. Justin on the ball on the outside, gives it back to Caleb. Working it between the left and right-hand side here. Looks like Justin might think he's got a go of it. Cuts it off the inside post, but is unable to get the ball away. Goalie saves it off the line. Another clear opportunity missed by Tridents. Very unlucky by them. As Kia Rashidi opts to stay behind. 1 minute left of this chucker. Let's see what comes of it. They throw the long ball, push off given. Once again, Tridents on the counter-attack with Gary down the right-hand side here. Ball gets swung down to the right-hand side. NMB is back to prevent this from happening. Last 30 seconds of the game. Matt Vessels gets away, gets the pop shot off, just gets it against the post there. Once again, that's 7 scoring opportunities. Tridents have missed all 7 now. Wild work as we come to the last 10 seconds of this first chucker. NMB trying to move around. Player does get around Kia Rashidi there. I'm sure he's not too worried as there are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds left in this game. The shot comes from the outside. Great block there by Regan Fisher to end us off. End of the first chucker score, 2-0. Not a great reflection of the game so far. Tridents having 10 goal scoring opportunities and missing every single one. But well done to the NMB boys for finishing theirs. And we are back as the teams are lining up for the start of this second chukker of the final day of the Gauteng Invitational Tournament of 2025. If you're watching It's Happening Africa fans, it's Tridents Neptune versus Nelson Mandela Bay under-19 boys here. Score is 2-0 to the Nelson Mandela Bay under-19 boys. Tridents unable to find the back of the net, whilst every single one of their attacks has had a shot from the 2-meter or the 4-meter line. Just unable to put it in there right now. Great work by the Nelson Mandela Bay goalie to keep them out by now. We go for the swim as there is a bit of a tussle on the outside, but the NMB boys are able to get it away there. Let's see what they call here. Pranav tries to go no hands on the foul. A little bit heavy on the start of the execution. Drive coming down the far side there. Limu trying to get over and around the players. Ball into second center forward. Big Leb able to get it away from him as Gary Prout once again firing down that left-hand side for the counter-attack. This must be his third or fourth of the game, but they still haven't been able to put a ball in. Fires it at the goalie instead of passing across. Does get a 2-meter for his hard work though. Let's see what Tridents is able to do here. Ball starts to move around the outside with Regan Fisher on it. Limu taking a step in, takes the shot and gets it past the goalie. First attack of his game so far, and he's able to pin it in there. Great shot there by Limu, number 6 of Tridents Neptune. Tridents once again calling the full press. Let's see how NMB can answer the first goal against them of the match. Press coming in on the outside, not too hard, but it is working for the ball, is killing time. Ball comes into the center forward. Big rock off there on Limu as he tries to work round now. Great save by Ethan Hutton. Good work by Limu to get back on his legs and not let himself get pushed off there. As ball goes out to the left on Gary Prout and he turns the player, is able to get going there. He's got 2 in front of him as he loses the ball, but Caleb is able to recover for him and spins his player as well. Tridents showing a little bit of the skill that comes with their maturity there. Ball down to the right-hand side with Regan Fisher. He takes a wild shot from the right-hand side, pings the number 8 from EP here in the head. Let's see what they're able to do with it now. EP been flustering out a little bit on their recent attacks, trying to get everything into center forward, but it's not really working for them. Limu may be keen to call for a drop here as multiple drives come into the center. There is front water there. Pranav gets himself excluded, knows what he's done, happy to take it. Didn't want his opposition number there to get a shot off from the 2-meter. Let's see what NMB can do with their first man up of the game. Two-meter reversal called. Number 2 catches himself in the 2-meter. You'd think after watching the Tridents guys do it once already, they would have known. As Gary Prout once again counter-attack down the side of the pool, able to work around the goalie, pops it over. Goal. It is 2-2 now. Tridents against NMB. Finally, Tridents able to find the back of the net at the beginning of this chukker. Let's see if they can keep it up for the rest of the game here. Couple of subs made down the left-hand side here for Tridents. NMB opting to stick with their current selection. See what they're able to do with it here. As work comes round on the outside there. Bit heavy there from Justin as the foul comes in. Trying to work around there against Regan Fisher. I don't know if they got the positioning on him there, but exclusion is called. Regan Fisher is out. Second man up now for NMB. What are they going to be able to do with this one? Maybe they won't have players stuck in the 2-meter. Could be big for them. Trying to pop it out to the second post. Kia Rashidi gets some fingers on it. Unable to get it out. Lots of hands called from the Tridents guys. Shot right down the middle as Ethan Hutton is able to get the save off. Ball under called. But Tridents regain possession. They should be man on man here as their players come steaming in. Pranav needs to come across here. Silly ball into the middle. Goal given. Tridents just not active enough on their movement there, getting them to be caught out. Score is 3-2 to the Nelson Mandela Bay boys as they make a large batch of substitutions here. On the restart now. Good work engaging the goalie there from a lot of players. Regan Fisher opting to play with his left hand as he's out on the right-hand side. Great shot from Caleb Grimmett. Saved, though, by the number 1 from Nelson Mandela Bay boys. Regan Fisher fumbling the ball, giving it away. Hard on the cover now have to be Tridents as Regan Fisher tries to work out for the ball. Both hands up, trying to show that he's not impeding the player. Swimming. Number 4 is able to get away on the swim there as Regan Fisher shows both his hands. Good work there just to slow it down a little bit, allow his team to get back defensively. Let's see what NMB tries to do here. They're throwing in a lot of drives from the outside there. Cam Keelock not really on his man as the player works right into him. Keelock just caught with both hands down there. Another exclusion. Now that's 3 attacks and 3 exclusions for NMB in this second chukker. The drive work is really starting to work for them as they play 5-on-4. Once again caught in the 2 meter is an NMB boy. Just silly work from them. Not great for them to get it done as they have a counter-attack down the left-hand side, but the ball goes too far by Hudson there. Maybe should have played the right and then try to look for the sneaky pass in. Just need to slow it down a little bit, they do here. As they end up once again man up on defense. NMB playing 5-on-5 as Justin decides to stay down. Big work here from the back from Alistair. Cam Keelock also trying to do his best as a little lob is thrown. Doesn't really phase the goalie at all. Let's see if Tridents tries to slow it down here a bit. Lots of open players and a lot of open space here. Seems like it'll make it quite easy for them. As they call Alistair back. Justin trying to turn their simple foul given. It's all right, 5-on-5 for Tridents here. Regan Fisher open in the middle of the pool with lots of space. Has a dip. Great save by NMB once again. We're coming into the last minute of this game. Couple players seeing a little steamed out already. Players already gotten a lot slower. Let's see if some fresh legs can maybe help them out here. Caleb working big down there on the number 11. Exclusion given there. Just a little bit off his legs. Cam Keelock is down to make sure the easy little simple pass doesn't come in. Lots of players watching, lots of water on the outside here. It has been 4 attacks and 4 exclusions from NMB though. Tridents needs to work on not letting this get round as the shot comes in underneath the blocker and the goalie's arms. Goes to the close corner there. 40 seconds left in our second chukker. The score is 4-2 to NMB. Tridents finally putting things in the back of the net this chukker, but they haven't gotten as many opportunities. Last chukker was an opportunity or 2 opportunities every single time they came up the pool and scored none. This they've had maybe 3-4, but they have put them away as the shot comes in from Matt Vessel. Save once again by the number 1 from NMB. Great work by him this game so far. Really holding the Tridents players at bay. Dan Billings trying to work for the centre forward water. Ball does get blocked on the pass there. 20 seconds left of this chukker as NMB goes hard on the counter-attack. Lots of players in front here. Tridents needs to reorganize their defense as Regan Fisher works hard to get back here. Ball up and in hand. Matt Vessels needs to come across here. Good work by them to get out. Shot comes out. Matt Vessels easy block. End of chukker 2. Score 4-2 to NMB. Welcome back to the second half of this final day, first game of the Gauteng Invitational Tournament 2025. NMB leading Tridents Neptune 4-2 as we start the swim off. Polo, they're able to win it for Tridents. Let's see what they're able to do with their first attack of the second chukka, or second half, sorry. Gary Proud with the ball on the left. He loves to do a little pass off and he fakes the drive. Matt Wessels almost gets caught on the outside there. Ball goes across to the left wing here. Regan Fisher sitting in space on the right, gets pressed hard, gets it over to Paulie Gush with 6, 5, 4. Paul misses the pass. Just a little bit of bad passing there from Tridents costs them a bit as NMB tries to go hard, but Tridents easily covering all their players there. Ball goes out right. Now down to the left. Trident's trying to hold players back. Doesn't want another exclusion to come off the whole man there. Goes for the lob once again and gets stopped as Gary Prout gets around his number on the left-hand side, causing a counter-attack once again. Regan Fisher with ball in hand looking to distribute. Ball down to the left-hand side. Kia Rashidi is sitting nicely in hold there as Gary also throws the lob, easily saved with his whole man sitting looking at him. Kia Rashidi not happy about that one. Quick ball into the center forward there as Regan Fisher patiently waiting to see what he tries to get off it. Once again, good work on the outside there. Good hand shown from Regan Fisher. Back shot does come in the close corner. Great goal by number 4. Score is 5-4 to NMB. Whole man, Kia Rashidi, spurring his team on here. They need to pick up their effort here. Not good enough from them so far, he says. As Trident sets up to attack. Ball down to the right wing. Paulie Gush goes down for the drive, leaving lots of open space for players to pull round into shooting lanes there. Matt Wessels gets the ball out to the left. Gary Prout on the ball. Whole man is open, but great block by number 10 from NMB. Once again on the counter-attack. They do have a slight man up on the right-hand side. Let's see if they're able to capitalize off it. Ball into front there. Matt Wessels able to get around. Good steal by Ethan Hutton as Tridents turns and goes hard. Kia Rashidi looking to fetch in the middle. Thought they maybe could have a little bit of a counter-attack down the right and the left there. They are still 4-3. Matt Wessels with the ball in hand. Pings it. Great bounce shot into the top left corner. Putting his team back here. Matt Wessels with 2 nice shots from the outside. One of them going in now. Off the restart now. Let's see if NMB switches up their game plan a little bit. All they've been trying to do is roll in the second hole from the wings. It has been working for them as a drive comes off that left-hand side. Limu trying to work hard to get in as they call the switch. Their great defensive switch comes in. Ball stuck down on the right. Finding it difficult to get out as Gary Prout goes for the steal, but he just misses it. Just called a little bit too heavy. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. Drive comes down the middle. Player left in open space. Not great work there. Shot comes off the bar. Ethan Hutton unable to retrieve it, and the number 4 from NMB gets a little chip goal in for himself. Just a couple of Tridents players eager to go on the counter-attack. They need to get themselves back in the game and costing them, sadly. The rebound did not go their way. Restart called here. Trident still 3 goals down now. Need to find a way to start scoring and not conceding. Seems to be their biggest problem right now. Just drives and silly little mistakes causing a lot of problems for them. As 2 drives come in from Tridents, leaving too many players open on the top side there. Gary Proud once again working the water as Pranav ends up with ball in hand. Lots of blockers in front of him. Gets the ball out to Matt Wessels once again. Kia Rashidi is open. Ball comes in. He gets the swing out. Great goal by Kia Rashidi there, holding his water. A little bit of a flick shot. Calls for the sub straight afterwards. Man of my own heart there. Score and get out. On the restart now is NMB. Tridents to get back into this game needs to stop them from scoring. NMB would like to put their lead back up to 3 once again as they throw drives down and around, trying to get multiple centre forwards in. Big tussle going on in the middle. The pass goes wayward though. Great defense by Caleb Grimmett, who now has the ball in hand as players go up the pool. Ball comes out to the right on Matt Vessels as Tridents has a counter-attack down the centre line of the pool. Unable to bring fruition of it though. Let's see what they're able to do here. Caleb with ball in hand, gets the ball into Gary Proud, who swings the back shot, swings it just a little bit too far. Not happy with himself this game. Multiple goal-scoring opportunities from him, and he hasn't even really tested the keeper. Let's see what NMB is able to bring from it now. Their centre forward is sitting front water. Caleb Grimmett able to work around and does win the ball back. Good work there once again defensively at the back as ball comes over the top for Limu, who's now on the inside water, tries to get away there. Foul given. He does have players open in the middle, needs to be quicker on the ball here. Gary Prout open in the middle, able to retrieve the ball and misses once again. He does, Gary Prout. 2 misses, but a 5-meter given, number 10 on the hand. Someone else to take the penalty this time. Gary just struggling to put the ball in the net off multiple goal-scoring opportunities here. He couldn't buy a goal even if he wanted to. Big up. Off the crossbar. Tridents just unable to find the back of the net. Let's see what NMB does now to respond. Last time Tridents had a 5-meter, it ended up in a 2-goal swing for NMB. They definitely want something like that again. Ball up in hand. Shooter comes off number 2, finishes it in the close top corner. Great shot. Lead once again to 3. Another 2-goal swing going against the favour of Tridents. Great work by the NMB boys. Goalie keeps saving and the boys keep scoring exactly what they need. Dan Billings not waiting for the whistle, deciding he knows when the game must restart. NMB still making a couple of changes. Let's see what they're able to get done down here. NMB once again opting for the drop. We will probably see a drive out of Tridents here to try get in some front water space there. As Big Leb takes the shot off the post, Tridents just unable to find the back of the net. We'll have to see if it comes for them in this fourth chukker. They need to stop the goal-scoring opportunities, though. As hard work by the centre forward, he does get the right side on Caleb Grimmett there. But ball does not come in. Foul on the outside by Justin there. Gets a hand up for the block. He gets a great block out. Well done by Justin. As Tridents now does have a player in front down the right-hand side, but ball must come left first. See what they're able to do with it. Big man open on the right-hand side. Ball does come across, but the pass is terrible. Last 7 seconds of this chukker. What are they going to be able to do with it here? As I think Justin's going to have a go for it himself. He does take the go. 2-meter given as the chukker ends. 7-4 to NMB boys. End of our third chukker here. And we are back here for our final chukker as referees Kyle and Michelle ask the teams to get lined up. Score is 7-4 to NMB boys going into this final chukker here. Tridents unable to find the net. Must have had 10, even 15 more goal scoring opportunities, just unable to score today. A little bit of a problem for them. But great work by the NMB boys to hold them defensively. Some great saves by the keeper out at the back there, keeping his team firmly in the lead. The swim is underway with Cam Keeloch in front, able to retrieve the ball quite easily. Let's see what they're able to do with their first attack of chukker 4 here. NMB going for the drop here as Caleb tries to throw a big fake balk but loses the ball instead. Gary Prout able to lose it there, but exclusion given off Caleb as he pulls back number 7 from NMB. Shows a funny face to the ref, but he knows what he's done. We all know what he's done watching here in the booth. NMB now with a man up. Tridents once again their own worst enemy, unable to score, not defending great. Ball comes all the way across. Number 7 in Miles open space, lots of hands up. The block comes off. Shot comes off by number 11 off the rebound, but it hits the crossbar. Tridents back in it once again. Let's see what they're able to do down here on the ball. As they set up their center forward, lots of drops called. Tridents rolls in a second center, trying to pull a couple of those players away. Ball down to the right-hand side. Gary Prout is in front, able to turn there. 5-meter given once again. Tridents' third 5-meter of the day so far. Let's see if they can finally put this one in the back of the net. Big ball up. Once again, a save by the number 1 from NMB. Tridents just unable to pay for a goal here on this final day of the GIT tournament of 2025. Trying to look for the center forward here. Big bounce comes off. Tries to turn inside. Regan Fisher able to steal the ball before the turn comes off. Tridents now down the middle of the pool. Big foul given off there. Lots of players in front have Tridents here. Need to work on their advantage here. Gary calls for the ball out on the left. Billings decides not to go all the way. Ball comes over to the right-hand side. Players in open space. Cam Keeloch, one of the biggest shooters here. Maybe he can make his mark on this game as he takes it, throws it wildly over the top. NMB, the possibility for a 3-on-2 here. Pass just not perfect, allowing Tridents to get back. Regan Fisher working around the strong side of his player. Multiple players in that 2-meter box. As the shot comes in and hits the post, Gary Prout is gone down the left-hand side. Ball, long pass from Ethan Hudson as he waits for the second wave there. Good work by him to wait for the second wave. He's misplay himself as he is outside. Decides to move forward. He can go for it himself. Opts to throw it out to Cam Keeloch as they decide to play the 4-on-4 here. Ball once again out to Pranav as the drop is held. Ball just goes a little bit wayward. Tridents throwing away multiple goal-scoring opportunities. NMB hoping to put one in here to stamp their mark on this game. Staying in the drop form is Tridents here as the double hole comes in on the right-hand side. Calling for Pranav to be down. Big hand shown by Dan Billings there, but the turn comes in. Regan Fisher is able to come across and steal the ball. Lucky for them. Ball must go out right. Ball must go out right. Great pass by Ethan Hutton there as Justin works himself in front of goals. Is he going to be able to finish here? He does, over the goalie's head. Trident's finally able to put something in the back of the net. 2 goals in it with 3 minutes left to play. Let's see what they're able to do. NMB would love to get another goal in here. NMB on the restart now. Referees, a little bit of mistakes there, not calling the game a bit early while subs were still being made. Let's make sure everything restarts and let's make sure that of what is happening here. 5 meter given. Ref had started the game before the subs were called. 5 meter given. Big help here for NMB. This one could be the nail in the coffin here for Tridents. Just silly work, miscommunication, costing them a 5 meter. NMB, great sports there, say, nah, we think they were in trying to make subs. We're not going to take this 5 meter. Nice work there by them. A little bit of good sportsmanship. You love to see it on the last day. I hope it doesn't come back to bite them if they lose this game, though. Ball moving big around the outside here. 5-man drop called by NMB. Maybe someone needs to work in as Paulie Gush takes the shot. Rebounds off the hands. Kia Rashidi goes for the ball. Unable to get the ball under there, though. NMB on the counter-attack. Matt Vessels trying to get in here as a drive comes into the middle. Foul called. Vessels needs to get down to help his opposition number there. Tries to get the turn off. Caleb Grimmett saying, not past me. Needs to go tight here on the outside. Ball is played. Goes across the field there. Definite 5 meter against Paulie Gush there. Just a little bit lost. Exclusion given by the ref. Interesting call there. Maybe they can still just put it in the net here. Don't need too much work of it. Ethan Hutton makes the save. Cat caught off the 2 meter line there by Matt Vessels as he throws it away for a 2 meter. A little bit worried there. Tridents now double man down in front of the cage there. Started a bit early, they said. Lots of miscommunication going on there as this chucker comes down to an end. Tridents are man on man as they did have possession of the ball there. Going to try get the ball in there to Caleb Grimmett. Worked over the top of the player. Sadly did the NMB number 6 there. Need to get Kia Rashidi more involved in this game. He's had 1 touch of the ball and 1 goal. Been great for him. Ooh. Almost a steal there by NMB as Regan Fisher tries to go around. Seems a little bit unlucky, but maybe he did go over the back there. Once again, full team drop called by NMB. Trusting their hands, trusting their blockers. Someone needs to take the drive across. Ball still gets into Kia Rashidi, who does get the flick off. Amazing under pressure there. Just unable to score it. 1 minute left. Trident's down 2 goals. Timeout getting called for by the NMB coach. He knows what he must do here. Needs to tell his boys to waste out the 30, kill the game, keep it in their possession. Just as thought, the Nelson Mandela Bay coach tells his team, please use the full 30. Watch out for the counter-attack. We don't want any of that to happen here. Trident's calling the full press. They need the ball back twice in this 1 minute span. Put themselves in distance of winning this game. Full press called. Ball heads out to the left-hand side there. Lots of Trident's players not tight enough here on the outside as the arm does come over the head. Caleb Grimmett excluded. Great for the NMB boys here. If they kill the full 20 there, they don't even need to score. Just kill the 20. All you need to do is kill the 20. Ball down to the right-hand side. Shot going to come off the left, but player drops the ball. Let's see what happens from the middle of the goal here. Lots of hands up in the way. Ball retrieved by Tridents. 30 seconds left, but they need 2 goals. Foul called on the goalie. Very lucky by them there. Timeout called by Tridents. Trident's going to need to find a way to get the ball in the net here in the first 5-6 seconds of their attack. Maybe they take Ethan Hutton out, actually, and play 7-on-6. Trident's opting to go 7-on-6 here. Need the goal, so it's not a bad idea. Lots of miscommunication here from the Trident side. Now they're playing 6-on-6. If they lose the ball here, definite goal against them. Ball comes into Kia Rashidi. Lots of hands on him. Gets the shot off, gets the goal. Unable to score anyway. Alistair meant to stay in the pool there. Silly, silly work by him. Tridents needs to work on putting a couple of their faster players in the pool here. See if they can make something work. Need full press here from Tridents. Full press must be called. Players must attack the ball. Foul down the side there. 11 seconds left. Players are open in the middle as Kia Rashidi gets moved around there. Need to push for the foul here. Shot comes off over the top. 4 seconds left. Game ends 7-6 to NMB under 19 boys here.